Hello everybody, welcome back. A very good day because I figured out yesterday how to make a good thumbnail. Every time I used to make these thumbnails, it used to be stretched AF and it used to really annoy me. People used to tell me that no, it's stretched, it's not looking good, but I could never figure it out. So yesterday I figured it out and I changed a bunch of thumbnails, got really excited, had a great productive day yesterday. But on to today's topic, before we waste any more time, let me quickly give you the highlights and then if you want to leave, you can, or if you want to stay, then stay back. The title is Apple Face ID may be coming to Macs, reveals macOS Big Sur code. So we are just interpreting the code. Apple currently offers Touch ID on select MacBook Air and MacBook Pro models, while the entire iMac range has to rely on the password system. Now this is completely true because you have it on the iPads and MacBook models, but you don't have it on the iMacs. But if you put Face ID over there, you have a range of AR features and all those things that could come in handy. So there is a lot more detail into the video. If you want to stay back, and definitely like, share and subscribe if you like it. Do all those YouTubey things. I can't say YouTubey things properly. All right, so this one looks good. Okay. Apple's Mac computers have had the conventional password unlocking system for a long time, unless some MacBook models with touch bar allow you using a fingerprint to do so. Okay, so biometric scan is there, or if you can configure your Apple Watch to unlock the Macs. This is why Apple is amazing. You unlock your Mac with your Apple Watch. Imagine, it's unlike Windows 10, macOS still lacks the face recognition feature for unlocking and other authentication purposes. Again, this is to be believed and rightly on the track which Apple is. Generally, it will never be the first one to, what do you say, to present a feature to the market, but it will be the one to make it so good and so well integrated into its ecosystem or the system of devices that it has, that you will be literally drawn to it like a moth to the flame. I'm in a very poetic mood for some reason. But a code found in the latest macOS Big Sur beta version indicates Face ID for Macs could be in the works. All of you, fans of Face IDs, is Face ID really that accurate? Does it work for you in all the circumstances? Rather, the question should be, does Face ID work better than the fingerprint scanner? Does that happen? Does Face ID work better than Touch ID? Tell me that in the comment. If you know, if you have used both the products, let me know what your comment is. The macOS Big Sur code discovered by folks at 9 to 5 Mac. As always, I mean, who else it could be? 9 to 5 Mac. If you haven't checked out their channel and stuff, go to them. They have just the craziest Apple related information. In the beta 3 version, hints at support for PearlCamera, which is an internal code name for the proprietary TrueDepth camera used on several Face ID compatible iPhone and iPad models. You look at this interpretation, they found PearlCamera in the code, then they realized it was for TrueDepth camera. It was a code for TrueDepth camera, which is there on iPhone and iPad models. Amazing. 9 to 5 Mac is really amazing. Check out their channel without fail. The code has also revealed features such as FaceDetect and BioCapture that are used on iPhone models to capture the face data for authentication. See, even more information over here. But these codes, the report notes, were clearly built for macOS and not residual from Apple's Catalyst technology, which allows developers to build their iPad apps into the macOS apps. Again, right? So this could have been a big sort of confusion whether this was built for developers so that they could build the apps, or was it left intentionally for something in the future? And there is this clear distinction that it wasn't left just for the developers. For everything to work effectively, Apple uses TrueDepth camera on its devices, but the same is absent on the current Mac lineup, which we need and which we are discussing about right now. The existing Mac computers do not have a dedicated neural engine, but Apple's upcoming Apple Silicon powered computers, I think this is where Apple will take the game away from everyone else, could bring that technology on board. Neural engine maps the user's face and its details using machine learning. all of you people who are into machine learning, AI, all of that stuff, continue on that path. Apple should be your destination. It sits at the crux of the Face ID feature, available on Apple's A series chipsets that power iPhone X and the higher models. See, that's why Apple is going towards the Apple Silicon. It's going to be unreal for iMacs and MacBooks, everything. While some of the MacBook Air and Pro models do have Touch ID integrated into the touch bar, most iMac models only rely on password protection. The iMacs do not have an inbuilt keyboard, and since Touch ID uses the T2 security chip, it will be a little difficult for Apple to implement that feature on separate wireless keyboard. Now, of course, um, because of all these things, it would be difficult. But I think the thing that will tilt everything in Apple's favor will be the Apple Silicon. That will be something that will just give Apple. I think if you think that Apple has control over its systems now and it is able to make everything better because you will have 2 or 3 of their devices, once it has Apple Silicon, there is no limit. I mean, you clearly see it in the iPhones. You may criticize them for whatever reason and say a lot of things, that they are not giving chargers. I mean, there's that rumor they're not giving chargers, or they're removing headphone jacks, or they're giving LCD screen and all of that. But when you actually start using it, you can use it for 3 to 4 years, 5 years. I mean, I hear people are using iPhone 6s now. How? Beyond me. Yeah. All right. So where was I? I got lost. Yeah. Moreover, TrueDepth camera not only enables a safer biometric authentication, but it also opens features such as AR, augmented reality for the Mac computers. So see, AR, I think that is where Apple is going to go. Gaming and AR, I think, are the two next big steps for Apple. Apple Glass is already going to be launched on October 27th. So I think AR glass, and then this whole AR domain, plus you have this gaming aspect which Apple hasn't really stepped into a lot. I think those are the two big things for Apple. That's why I think it's coming up with its own silicon. The macOS Big Sur is arriving with the facility to let users send memoji, and having a TrueDepth camera will enhance productivity. True. Moreover, the TrueDepth camera can also be used. By the way, the TrueDepth camera is the one that is there on the iPhones. Can also be used by third-party apps for their AR-related functionalities. Oh, for example, an AR-based background in the video meetings, because they are into mainstream now. Yeah, this is too good. This is very interesting actually. So a lot of exciting stuff. Apple events happening really soon, September, and then following up in October. If you haven't watched that video, go back to that video I made, I think yesterday or day before, and watch that video. Amazing. I mean, there's so much information in there. 2 events, one in September, one in October, and they're just going to be fantastic. And you would be really the thing is that I mean, everybody is expecting iPhone 12 to change in terms of design, but I don't think they're going to change. I think they're going to be same. The design is going to be same, and they're just going to refine certain more things. That's it. And that's where Apple's, I think, strength lies, that they take up a product, continue refining it until it becomes really good, and then when they are very sure about something, and they will have something in works for like couple of years, and when they're sure about it, only then will they put it out in the market. And that's a very good strategy. And the fact that they are leaders, and no matter what happens, people still show brand loyalty irrespective of everything. That's a really amazing thing to have. It just gives you that comfort that, okay, let me just go all out and try things that I want to. If they work, they release it. For example, AirPower, they've been talking about it for some time now, but it isn't final, it isn't for sure, so they're not going to release it. That's a great move. Like, there's no stress to do it, and that is where the whole magic of coming up with good things that people will accept, people will like, or people will actually want to buy. That sort of thing comes in. All right, so I've ranted long enough. If you liked the video, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one. All right, take care. Bye. See you.